Hey everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. This is our Path of the Damned Herald run, episode 91, I believe. Let me double check that. That's 91. And we are headed to Fort Deadlight in order to talk to Captain Aldis about the... Hold up. We're stopped here? What is this? Sidetracked! So, we're heading to Fort Deadlight to talk to Captain Aldis about killing all of the slavers in Crookspur. And then we are gonna head to Dunnage to do the same thing for Ferrante. He's gonna be pissed. We don't give a shit. He's a piece of shit. And then we are going to... We got a couple little side jobs in between all of this, obviously. But ultimately, we will be back in Nekataka to basically kick off the end game. Because next big thing that we're gonna go do is Ashen Maw. Lippo Dippin' Dots. No Nut Ned. I wish when you went to Fort Deadlight, you had the ability to use the, you know, like, fast travel, like you can in some of the other locations. At least when you're peaceful with them, you know? Captain Aldis.
I'm a sucker for a handsome face. The more battle-scarred, the more beautiful, I say. But what can I do, you lovesome?
Crookspur is a done deal.
Aye, and well done too. Most of the prisoners have pledged to cruise in my fleet. You did a fine thing, Captain. Don't think I'll soon forget it.
She rubs her thumb over the swollenette around her neck, miscolored eyes looking you up and down, her lips quirk in a smile.
You're real good for business. So, here's to hoping our wakes cross again someday.
Blackblade's Hood. Hawkeye. Ooh, this might be that in-between option for Maya. Because I think the current scenario that we have is we have a +1 perception headpiece, and then we have a good buff headpiece, and I hate to lose the perception, so... hits converted to crits, action speed with daggers, rapiers, and stilettos. So obviously we lose out on the action speed, but again, I don't think I would care, truth be told. This tattered hood was once worn. I could put that on Shodi, though, instead. And now about it. That would be good. This tattered hood was once worn by a notorious killer who once prowled the streets of Defiance Bay, ambushing aristocratic men when under the cover of darkness. The few witnesses to the deeds of this mysterious figure described him as polite and well-dressed, save for his blood-caked hood. He always allowed his victims to ready their weapon before setting upon them. If his target drew a pistol, he drew his own. They drew a blade, he met steel with steel. He was a skilled and brutal duelist, dispatching his opponents quickly and without flourish before vanishing into the shadows. The gentleman killer became known as Lord Blackblade to the populace, and he terrorized the denizens of Defiance Bay for over 5 years, leaving a pile of corpses in his wake. While the Lord was eventually caught and put down by a task force of the dozens, his identity was never revealed. Rumors abound of the hooded killer's true name. Some maintain Blackblade was the bastard son of the Duke himself, and the palace concealed this fact to prevent a scandal. Others believe he was nothing more than a common cutthroat putting on airs, a sadist with a quick blade and a taste for blood. Awesome.
Until then, you can trust that I'll be in touch when I need you.
Tips her hat obligingly, then downs a goblet of God's Killer rum that had been sitting on the desk behind her. Swank. Okay. That was done and done easily enough. On our way to Dunnage now. Which, as far as I know, in Dunnage we only have the. We need to stop in with Ferrante, and then we need to find Baudur's previous owner. Be relatively simple. Let's actually take a look at No Nut Ned's inventory real quick.
What'll it be, Swabby? Right away.
Looking for components more than anything, truth be told. I could just talk to First Mate.
Are you ready to meet our... Well, she didn't say... You know...
I should keep that in mind. I can use him as a teleporter. That is my bad. Boy bad. Alright. Dunnage. That's annoying. Fine. Hand out the cooked food. To the cargo. Raise Lords Darren Volge! Can you just ignore all storms with Lord Darren's Volge? Because if you can, that's actually really cool. That's actually really cool. Okay, we're going to do a rest because I'm not sure whether or not we're gonna have to fight. Because there's, always the possibility that our old friend Ferrante gets a little mad. But I don't think so. I don't think that happens until... I don't think the choose between Aldis and Ferrante happens until significantly later. I say significantly later. The next step, basically.
You have my ear, Kes.
When one makes a business arrangement with me, I expect them to honor it, Casita.
Yeah, I don't really give a fuck.
Need I remind you, the entire point of dealing with a chaffed crookspur was to make inroads with them. My special associate.
Tugs at his sleeve cuffs irritably.
However, we shall consider this an opportunity lost and put it behind us. You do still hold immense value as an investment for my success.
Captain nods.
Come, let us share a fine conversation. Ak had good...
That was it. Nothing else. Easy peasy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I think Modwer's previous owner is here. Not positive though. Zudita.
Scholar! Your face is a delight, but I've got no...
Nope. Check King's Coffin. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure she's here. Like, on dunnage, that is. Alright. Radiant Court. I mean, last place we could check, I guess.
What if we be inviting Aethys on a big, blue, and beautiful tour of anywhere but Deadfire?
You would have to be large enough to grab his attention, I say.
Oh, I'll be big enough, lad. Where it counts.
A repeat customer. I like your type. What can I stock you up with today?
We're gonna check and see if she has opponents. Looks like she has some stuff, so we're just buy everything.
That's her!
Alright.
If it's a drink you're wanting, I got enough grog stocked to drown a What are you having? I did tell you the list of ingredients, eh?
Interested in any of those? Alright, here we go. Yngfrith. As you approach Yngfrith, she tenses but does not run. Her eyes go wide when she meets your own, shoulders high with a hunted look etched into her long face. Modwer strains in your grasp, pulling desperately towards the figure in the crowd.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Her face is pale, her brow beaded with sweat. I'm a friend, or I could be. I'm here at Modwer's request.
I hope to never...
Oh no. She rubs a shaking hand across her eyes, which are red-rimmed and bloodshot.
Why did you bring it here?
She sinks back against the stone of the doorway and hangs her head.
You said you would come back for me, but you never did.
Modwer's voice is unsteady, strained. It pulls towards Yngfrith as if it were a needle and she a lodestone.
Alone for all those years, picked up and discarded by countless strange hands, hoping every time that they might be yours. What did I do wrong?
It was no fault of yours. It is I who am to blame.
Yngfrith kneels and lays a scarred, tentative hand on the flat of Modwer's blade. What the fuck happened? You clearly, I do not remember at all, obviously. You clearly care for Modwer. What happened?
It was shame.
Yngfrith runs her fingers lightly down the length of the blade. Modwer leans into her touch, warms beneath it.
I was born a cipher. As a young woman, I was apprenticed to a master animancer. He was keen to refine the art of housing souls, and he believed someone of my abilities might be an asset to his aim. My parents made a pretty copper on that deal.
Spits on the ground and grimaces.
When I left him, I took Modwer with me. I thought it was my responsibility to look after it. I decided that my penance for Modwer's creation would be to hunt those who used animancy for terrible ends.
At least you realized you were at fault. Most don't.
Do not make the mistake of thinking me noble. You don't know the things I've done.
Pulls her lower lip between her teeth and looks away briefly.
For a time, I took a position with Dunreed Row in Defiance Bay.
Know that place.
I saw things that haunt my nights still. With every unscrupulous animancer brought to justice, my guilt grew, knowing I was their equal in evils done.
She shifts her weight to the foot, from foot to foot, unable to meet your eyes.
I fled for Deadfire to the Principe, but I was too naive to know that shame has fleet feet. It devoured me. I thought if Baldur were gone, I might finally be free of my shame. How foolish I was. But what of you? What do you want?
She takes an unsteady breath and turns her attention back to Baldur.
I don't remember my life before, so I can't hate you for stealing it from me. I don't know if I'll ever be able to forgive your betrayal, but...
The sword leans heavily on Yngvrith, pressing its hilt into her thigh.
I would still prefer to stay with Yngvrith if she would have me.
I mean, it's absolutely entirely up to her. I'm gonna look this up real quick. I want to see what the options actually lead to. Pillars of Eternity 2, and I don't want to have to reload 15,000 times. Baldur. Sweet baby Jesus. Hello, D. Ranging from freeing the bound soul, if Shodi is present during the dialogue, to handing it over to Yngvrith, to keeping it, as well as some options. Keeping the soul in Baldur, the sword can still talk, the description is the same as when you found it. Releasing the soul, the sword will stop talking, the description is one, describing the change after the sword. Either way, it loses jealous and soul-bound function entirely, and can be interpreted like a normal, unique. So attacking result is that you will Baldur forever. Oh, I kind of like the idea of them being rejoined, and I'm kind of done with Baldur, honestly. Oh, it's a good weapon, but I don't really care about having a good weapon. I mean, I don't care about it necessarily. Yeah, I think that's best.
But I care for you as well.
Sword leans away from Yngvrith and towards you, presses into your leg.
I have to wonder, what'll happen to me after both of you die? Can my soul even return to the wheel? Though I've only known life as a weapon and I've no desire to die, neither do I want to live forever. I'm only a weapon. A tool. And even though you're still a ham-handed halfwit, I trust you. So you decide.
I'll take a Yngvrith's duty to Baldur if she's so determined to abdicate.
You're right. After what I've done, I have no claim to it.
Not my intention. I think I might actually bring Shodi. That's kind of... Baldur's soul remains in the sword, but it is no longer bound exclusively to the Watcher. Baldur has been placed in the stash and can be bound to anyone. I don't want it bound to anyone. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna... it as it was. Chant. I don't really know, truth be told. Fudge. I think I kind of want to load this and redo real fast. I think I'd like to bring in Shodi and release Baldur's soul. That actually sounds pretty good. I don't really know why. See, again, I don't know why as the watcher, or as a watcher, I can't just do it myself. Because that's kind of stuff that a watcher does. You know? But whatever. Not really gonna complain, I guess. What's a booty boy? Booty boy. Howdy. Yep. Let's just bring in Cody real quick. I think that just that hits my sensibilities well, I think. Releasing Modur's soul.
Who are you? Why did you... It was no fault of yours. I was my parent when I left him. Do not for attack with if I fled, but
I would still prefer to stay with Ingfrith, if... But... Though... I'm only a weapon. A tool. And even though you're still a
Shodi,
ham-handed
will
half...
you release Modur's soul from the sword? With a solemn nod, Shodi swings her lantern back and forth, chanting indiscernibly under her breath, till a waft of purple essence lifts from the sword, slams into her lantern, rattling the metal frame with such intensity, Shodi swears and fumbles it to her chest. Keep the empty sword. Touch the flat of the blade, and it does not warm beneath your palm. Close your eyes and listen to it. You do not hear the murmuring swirl of consciousness beneath the surface as you once did. Scabbard the blade, satisfied that Modur's soul is well and truly. That's not super. Basically just lost the downsides. What's up, Boobalooble? Yeah. Yeah. It happens. Popcorn's making! Making the popcorn! Oh no, she just kicked the cat bowl. Oh, that's the worst. Okay, I don't know, that wasn't a very satisfying... Fuck. That wasn't very satisfying to me. I kind of want to just give her to Ingfrith. And let those two be together again.
Who are you? I had thought... What? I was my parent when I... Do not for it with if I fled, but...
I would... I'm only a weapon. A tool. And even...
As it should have always been.
Ingrid gives you a tight, closed-lipped smile and grasps the sword hilt. I cocks her head at attention, and Palagina tips her head and smiles.
And as it shall always be, now.
As you turn to leave, you think you hear a jubilant laughter behind you, bright and high as a bell. 2 words float into your mind.
Thank you.
And then they're gone. See, that is a satisfying conclusion. It's bittersweet, but it's a satisfying conclusion. You know what's going to be another satisfying conclusion? When I have Casey pay the toll.
Get your own damn popcorn.
The popcorn toll. You must pay the popcorn toll. The popcorn toll.
You return. What would you like?
That's rude. I think I'm just gonna buy every legendary I see at this point. It's kind of out of, just cause. 37,000. Why not? Head into the treasure trove. Did you use the popcorn setting? What?
So, Arch, you got anything in my
What? What?
Popcorn setting. Too short.
I don't know about all that. That's true. I guess. I suppose. Jeez.
Popcorn, tall boys.
Yay! Popcorn! That's popcorn. Is this dinner?
Captain.
Is this what dinner looks like? Awesome. Okay, that was a satisfying conclusion to Modeware. I feel like, personally, I thought that was pretty good. So, we're going to toss over Stalker's Patience. And we're going to spear it up. Spear it up. Nice. What's standoff? Seem like something that I care about. Hobble on scoring a hit. Or raw damage. What's Hobble do? Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Very rarely gonna happen, but way more interesting to me than something else. Sweet. Nice. Man, that was such a long time ago. Okay, to Nekataka we go. Okay, quick check. We need to talk to Onikaza. We want Takehu with us when we do that. We need to return to the director. We want Alagina with us when we do that. And we need to talk to Atsura. We want Maya when we do. So let's bring back Takehu. And I guess we just go piece by piece.
Done and done.
All right. To the Valiant Trading Company.
You know, I wish you'd been around a year back. We would have left the Royal Deadfire Company in the dust. Now then, did you have a reason for coming by?
Thought you might want to know I took care of the business with Master Kua for you.
Ah, yes, that business. What became of it?
Castol busies himself with polishing his spectacles. The slaves are free.
I see. I'm certain you had your reasons.
They're free to choose their own path, as it should be.
I see. Then may they come to happy fates. Certainly the company's fate is no happier for it. What's done is done. Clearly you handled matters as you saw fit. There are worthier tasks ahead of us.
A shit ending. I would kill everyone here, but I don't want to forcibly lose Palagina. I think I'm going to eventually anyways, but still. Damn it, I've been fed popcorn and now it just makes me want more food. / popcorn. Something in my eye. Okay, let's go. Trying to not be distracted by Letterkenny. Okie dokie, over to the Brass Citadel. Quick save. Imperial Command lower. To talk to Atsura. Odie boy! What are you up to?
Sending for the Gunhawks.
I saw one shoot once. Hit a lurch shark in the eye from 200 feet away.
I don't know if that's a good shot, but I assume it's a good shot.
Clear skies.
The slavers are gone from Cookspur.
Justice at last. We've done a good thing. You've done a good thing.
It clasps you by the shoulders and tries out a warm smile. It almost looks real.
Please, accept this on behalf of the Hazanui and myself. You've been invaluable to us.
He watches your expression as he presents your payment, deciding what to say.
Karoo is currently monitoring matters in Sayuka, but I'm certain she'll call on you when she has need of you.
Not so fast. I've passed a fleet of Rowatine ships headed to Crookspur. His careful expression falters, his eyes bulging and mouth slack. The slip only lasts a moment, but it's like seeing a curtain ripple before a gutted and scorched room. He chuckles weakly as he recovers.
Forgive me. I meant no slight to you, but I was not expecting them so soon. I'm sorry I could not tell you about them, but Karoo is most protective of her ships, and Nekataka writhes with loose tongues.
Collected himself, but he eyes you warily. What are your ships doing in Crookspur? He fidgets and squirms, looking as though you're about to pull one of his teeth. Last he sighs and spreads his hands.
The Rukapa are our finest warriors, on land or at sea. We had to secure Crookspur against further attacks from the slavers. Or pirates.
Mm-hmm. He gives you a measured look.
The Principi continue to bicker amongst themselves, and a restless beast is a dangerous one. We must be ready.
Funny, you didn't mention them before. He brushes this off with a wave of his hand, but his smile looks strained.
These days, Deadfire is like an old Valian wedding feast. Everyone is obsessed with relative position and quick to take offense. I sent you precisely to avoid the kind of uproar that would arise.
So you sent me there to clear out one faction so you could take over a stronghold.
Now, what else can I do for you?
After all this time, I still don't understand who you are or what you believe in. He watches you with that blank but thoughtful stare you've come to recognize. In the tiny movements of his eyes, you can see him sizing you up, deciding how much to tell you. Last, he smiles faintly.
Who we are. What does this even mean?
Fuck you, Atsura.
Why the search for permanence in a transient existence? One day, our bodies will perish and our souls will return to the wheel. Every word we've ever spoken, everything we've ever known will be forgotten with us.
His expression is one of distant amusement, though these notions are no more troubling than the far-off clamor of crowds.
But this will remain.
For a time. He spreads his hands, surveying the solid, precise stonework and around him.
Prolonging the soul is a fool's errand. Clinging to a grand past is vanity. I want to take part in building something that will last beyond me. That is true immortality.
He smiles, calm satisfaction narrowing the corner of his eyes. Be careful. You don't know what future generations will make of your legacy. He cocks his head thoughtfully.
Perhaps not. I can only hope our legacy will stand as long as the Engwithans. The key is to build well. But you and I have much to do, and little time to discuss philosophy.
About die. Yeah, okay. Done with Atsura. Onwards to Onikaza. I just don't like, I want to like Atsura, but I don't. Because his method so often is to lie and to manipulate and to kill people. Like, it's just, truth be told, he just kind of kills people.
Of course.
You look like you've come with a purpose.
Did you get Queen Onikaza's fruit basket? Her expression darkens and she draws on her pipe.
I got her message all right.
She sighs angrily, smoke filtering through her teeth. A look of surprise passes over her face. She tries to cover it with a grunt.
Noticed that, did you? Saltpeter is one of our chief resources at Rautai, and we believe in putting resources to use. Now you can see why we didn't want the Valians nosing around our fort.
Yeah, enough black powder to basically blow the fucking island up. Alright, onwards to Onikaza! Hey, how's it going, Jason? Jason. This Orland peddler here.
I've got all sorts. Take a look.
Not looking forward to work tomorrow. Neither am I, good sir. Actually, neither am I. Got these people holding on to all this stuff. Got no real reason to hold on to. If I'm not using it, I'm not using it. Oh, you got anything big going on at work right now, or is it just the general unease of, oh, it's the weekend and I don't really want to end the weekend? I think I'm going to take some vacation time in the near future. I'm already actually taking a day in like 2 weeks, but I think probably going to take like a week in. I'm probably taking a week at my birthday week, honestly. Maybe not a week, maybe just a couple days. I don't know. There's a big thing going on, has been the past 2 weeks. That is unfortunate. Well, hopefully it goes smooth. I've got a whole lot of shit going on at work as well. Just, you know, keep your head above the water. Keep swimming. That whole thing. Alright, Onikaza.
My scouts tell me that you sail from Oriokoiki.
The queen raises her brow.
Do the Wahaki pay the crown obeisance in whatever eccentric form suits them?
You can look forward to Wahaki support when the need arises.
You have united the Huana with our missing limb.
For once, she allows herself a deep and genuine smile of gratitude.
Prayer and the wisdom of Kohopa will help steer my next course. I will send for you in time.
Well... And that, as we can see, is pretty much it. We basically cleared out everything. Honored Guest is DLC. Skipping ahead, we can't, we don't even get access to until after we do Weights and Fire. And so basically it's... Now we've got to go do Weights and Fire. We have done every other location on the map that we can get to, as far as I'm aware, mostly. Not counting DLC, basically.
You must gather your
the only other thing that we haven't done is the big fights. So I guess we could like give that a try. Un momento. I'll be right back. I need to blow my nose and dab my eye. Alright, there we go. Feels better. Feels better. Alright, I think we are good to go to Ashen Maw. Hey, how's it going? Okay, so is it every time I see your name, I'm like, I want to say, hey, it's Talazin. But is it Talazin or is it tall Asian person? Because I think it's tall Asian person. Oh. Oh my goodness. It's technically tall Asian, but your name is Ben? Gotcha. So the fights that I'm talking about, Jay, are these fights. So you have Murkwater Lagoon, which is the big kind of like the high tier fights. This is the big black pudding. You've got the big mech that's down here at the Corroded Wasteland. You've got the Crystal Spider up here in the Crystal Desert. And then you've got... I actually don't know what is up here in the Briny Grotto. I thought that this was the Kraken, but I think it's something else instead. Hey. I think it's a perfectly fine username. Okay, so, yeah, I think we just head to Ashen Maw. We do this up. Exactly. Life is funny. What have you been up to? I saw you, so I hopped in and you were playing, I can't remember which one it was. But, man, now my mind is blanking. Yakuza, what was you? Were you playing Kiwami? Or were you playing Zero? Zero, that's what it was. Gotcha. Cool, cool. Making good progress? You gonna play Kiwami after Zero? Nice. So that's a series that I really like watching people play that series. Just because it's so wacky and zany and there's so much stuff going on in it, it's fun to watch people's reactions to the game. It's really cool. Alright, I think we're just gonna pop into Ashen Maw with our current team. Yeah, I think so. Thick smoke, black as death, plumes from the peak of a rumbling volcano, the largest in the chain of mountains that makes up Magrin's Teeth. A serrated fissure gapes in the mountainside, deep and dark, intermittently lit by a red-hot glow. The cavernous opening is too narrow for the junk to sail through. Yeah, fingers crossed. The skiff sways tumultuously in the superheated water the closer you row to the cave's cracked opening. Lava burbles down the mountainside, scorching rivers that disappear into the dark blue sea. Inside the rock face, the sound of churning magma grows louder. The air warms around you, beating sweat along your brow. There's a lot of, if I'm remembering correctly, there's a lot of fun fights we can have here. There's a dragon here that we can fight.
We may be the first kith in centuries to set foot in this place. Hopefully, we will live to tell someone about it.
Fingers crossed.
Happily.
Ishi.
Could we not sail somewhere cooler?
I'm sorry, is this not to your liking there, Takehu?
Of course.
Fucking Aothus! Would have been such a cool fucking fight.
Be cautious. Be
Angry
constant.
Troll. Come here, you. Grog. Grog. Alright, what do we got? Grog, the Angry Troll. He gives +1 resolve and destroyed when knocked unconscious. Cannot engage enemies. Immune to engage. What the fuck? I don't know what the fuck that is. That sounds absurd.
You ask too much.
Slumped against the stones of the bridge, a giant clutches at his bashed-in chest. It's a mess of sinew and blackened iron bones, fiery blood flickering between his splayed fingers. Thickly rasping a breath, the warrior lifts his heated gaze to your face.
Extinguished or crushed. Us all, Defiler.
He struggles to speak. The agony of a slow death blazes through the scrawls on his skin, shrouding him with a veil of fire. What happened to you?
Damned Reaper of Souls and God of Lies. Magran's most foul enemy.
I need to get to Aethys. More blood fire licks from the Rothun's cracked chest, slowly charring his arm.
Servants of the Defiler God. Damn you.
Not quite. Leave him. No interest in killing the man. I don't know if we're gonna be able to talk our way through this. I know I did in the past.
Nothing good comes from this much quiet.
Is this quiet? I guess.
Indeed. Just a moment, please. It's no trouble.
Watch your footing, kids. Excepting if you can fly.
Nice. Oh. Well, there's the key. Right. So we go here.
Another devoured by the foul Reaper. Another Kith trespasses in the goddess's maw? But how?
Incensed, the giant warrior hulks. Her thick muscles twitch, red markings glowing hotly against her ashen skin.
You must seek to follow in your Defiler god's footsteps. You will not, for I will smite you where you stand.
Bellowing, she hefts a massive sword overhead. But a second giant slams the half of his iron staff into the warrior's hard-muscled stomach, abruptly halting her attack.
Hold, Sega! I would speak to this filthy minion of the wretched god Aethys before you char his bones to dust.
I'm no friend of Aethys. He stole a piece of my soul, and I mean to get it back.
Ha! You think to confront an embodied god? Then you are either powerful beyond comprehension, or as much a fool.
I mean, I'm pretty strong. He cants his head, broad fingers scratching at the rivets of his helm.
Yet you imply you do not serve him.
The first giant's grip turns white-knuckled on the hilt of her sword. Her muscles strain, and the metal quivers in her hand.
Rakir, move! We cannot allow these intruders to live.
Again, she thrusts the sword high. With a shrug of his meaty shoulders, he steps aside. Your fury should burn for Aethys, not me. Shoulders taut with tension, the warrior eyes the strewn corpses of his fellow Rathun at arms. They lie dried like husks, siphoned of their souls. My thumbs are chit nodding.
I hope your weapons are as keen as your wit, both for your sake and mine, puny kith.
He places a hand out to hold the warrior back. He studies you intently.
You would face us in battle rather than flee? I like your mettle. Kith who does not cower before Magran's greatest warriors. We have not yet defeated the embodied god, but that does not mean we won't. The Jotiger is readying another assault from within the Jagged Keep as we speak.
That was not the word that he just spoke.
I will permit you to scamper closer to God's face, if you believe you can survive. Scurry deeper into the maw, but know that my brethren may squash you.
You plan to attack Aethys?
First, we recover the wounded and their weapons. Drag them into the Jagged Keep.
He nods.
And then we will kill a god.
Smacking the head of his staff against his chest, he bears you a garish grin. How can I reach Aethys?
All who neared the intruder god were gutted until extinguished. You think your soul could last even half so long as Rathoon's?
I've done it multiple times.
Maybe the kifs will last longer.
She snorts, but the other warrior ignores her, answering in her stead.
Only Margaren's shrine with our Jagged Keep can lead you to the Defiler God. Kith, if Margren wishes you to face him, surely she will fire the way.
I worry Margren plans to erupt this volcano. If you stay, you'll die. He hefts his meaty shoulders in a heavy shrug.
Our duty is foremost to Margaret. We guard the moor to its fiery end. Help me with the waters, but this time gentle your grip.
It can't be helped, Rakir. These fallen are brittle.
I mean, it could be helped.
Indeed.
Thanks for the primal flight. Ooh, emerald. Nice. Onwards we go to the Ashen Bridge.
Do these places always make such a fearful noise?
I thought the volcanoes in these parts were dormant.
Yeah, y'all aren't super, you're not super down with this anymore, are you? Are you?
Good. That's into certain death, are you, Captain?
Give or take. That's a lot of drakes and bats. And bats and drakes and drakes and bats and trucks. I'm not gonna be happy about this. Ooh, actually, we're gonna start off with some nice old burn damage resistance.
That's me too, man. Craved, I feel him.
Nothing I can do.
See him, that's me too, man.
That's pretty nice, actually. 15 fire armor. Damn good. A decently long buff, too. Long enough to the point to where we might actually just be able to keep it up repeatedly.
Death to those who are It is no use. I cannot get through.
Pretty close, anyways.
That's me too, man.
That's nice. That is very nice.
Second try, I say.
Yeah. That's really good. Oh wow, this Elder Flame Bat is a double skull.
It is no use.
Interesting. Double skull at level 20, really? An Elder Flame Bat? If you say so. Good guy. Interesting.
Of course.
Aye. What for, Cap? Ahoy. Aye.
Alright, so the lair of the Ancient is that way. Hey, Aethys! How's it going, buddy?
How old is this fortress? It is incredible that it even exists in this place.
Yes, it is. I mean, it's kind of one of those, like...
Indeed.
Only happen in a video game style things. I wonder what the birth rate and, like, how long it takes a Rathan to age. Because we've killed a lot of Rathan. And I can't imagine that they, you know, they produce a lot of population. Considering, Peaked at spotting you, the strapping warrior slams her shield across the floor, rattling the stones beneath your feet.
Scurriers in my keep! Make ready to be crushed, vermin of Eothas!
Wait, hear me out first. She stills, red scrawls in her skin flickering as she grimly appraises you.
Nay, I will not risk the spread of the Defiler's filth during this time of crisis.
She readies her sword.
May Margaret forever burn your soul in agony. You'll find no mercy in the Everflame.
Death to those who oppose the Republic!
That was a poor choice on your part. Not my fault, though. I mean, yeah? How'd that work out for you? Did it work out well? Everything going good?
I can be quiet if you can.
Aye, aye.
That was supremely dumb. I think we just go in here, actually, because I think,
What are these giants preparing to do? Attack Aethys?
Death to those who oppose the Republic!
Jeez. Okay.
See that, Ishi?
I don't know that we're ready to kill all of them.
That's embarrassing.
A bit more. I mean, here's the thing. I think we might actually be able to beat them. But the plan wasn't to kill all of them. So, let's reload real quick. And see if we can't maybe go around and find their freaking leader and negotiate a truce first. But we will have to do that on the next video. This is the end of this one. If you're watching on Twitch, stick around. We're going to keep playing. If you're watching on YouTube, hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time.
Be cautious.
Bye, everybody.
Be gone.